Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, a little. Thanks.
What are we gonna do now?
I still have unfinished business with Dohalim.
He's a world away from the Lord Balsef was. There's no need for us to fight him, Shionne.
In case you've forgotten,
Guys! I think something's going on outside.
Kisara! There you are!
What's happening?
Kelzelik has started an insurrection. He's driving all of the Danans out of the palace.
What? Has he lost his mind? What about Lord Dohalim?
We don't know where he is, Captain. We thought maybe you would.
No, I don't. I haven't seen him since we were inside the quarry.
Damn. Well, either way, I wouldn't go near the palace. Any suspected Renan sympathizers are being arrested on sight. This whole thing is a powder keg about to explode. Best prepare for the worst.
I guess not all of the Renans here like the idea of coexisting with the Danans after all.
So this is it. This is the real Menancia.
Are you giving up?
On what? This realm is already finished. It perished along with my brother's dream.
That's a shame. And I guess all the people who believed in that dream are on their own out there, aren't they? Not all of the Renan sided with Kelzelik. There's still hope, Kisara. Your brother's dream is only dead when there's nobody left who believes in it. Am I wrong?
You're right. I'm going to the palace. I need to see what's happening there with my own eyes. What are you all doing?
I thought it was pretty clear. We're coming with you.
I appreciate the thought, really, but there's no need for you all to get involved in this.
Dohalim said it himself, right? All of us. We're liberators.
Thank you.
Will things be okay in the city?
I'm concerned about that as well. But for now, let us get to the palace.
Right. We best clamp down on things at the source, but
We have to stop Sir Kelzelik.
Don't you think it's about time you dropped the sir?
He always treated us Danans with such warmth and kindness. Did he have such bad intentions all along? I just can't bring myself to believe it.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one who's behind all these incidents. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim, but I didn't expect one would be so close to him.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in Menancia are still some way off from being a truly united realm, aren't we?
are you going to be okay, Kisara?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want things to end like this. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides, I want to believe that this realm really can do better too.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
That was nothing.
we'd see fighting throughout the city. But it's dead quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Let's hurry up and kick those bastards out. This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Danans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Danan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their posts lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Yeah, do you... Where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Hey Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and fuck.
Kisara, do you have any idea just what Kelzelik might be planning at the palace?
It's hard to say. I've never seen him use any powerful arts, and I don't think he's particularly skilled with any weapons either. However, I have noticed him accompanied by something strange from time to time.
What kind of strange?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything with him, but I could sense something was there. Probably some sort of Zeugle.
An invisible Zeugle?
We'd better be careful in any case. I'd rather we not find out after it jumps us and tries to rip our throats out.
Take down their defenses! I'm not done!
This is it! This one's mine!
Okay! Internal devastation!
Now!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
It's over! Shut him down! We did it! Internal devastation! It's over! It's go time! Lunar Rondo! Here I come! It's
Turn away!
Hurricane Thrust! Take it!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Now you'll learn! Win! Hurricane!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Win!
Take this!
Hurricane Thrust! Southern Wind! Hurricane Pistol!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there.
You know, the more I think about it, this palace is way too big for its own good.
Tell me about it. Just... Where the hell were these soldiers and Zeugles all this time?
Normally, the Zeugles are kept in specialized training facilities.
Out of our way!
Bring them down! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! I'm going in! Engaging! Tear! You're finished! Hurricane Thrust!
Glacial Spear!
Hurricane Thrust! Take this!
Astral Energy!
Eat your fort!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for, but
This isn't enough to go on. I need to be stronger.
No choice. Engaging! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
I never miss.
Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
In your dreams.
It's almost too strong.
Be my guest. See what I can do. My steel? Hurricane Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Photon Flame Corruption. Lunar Flash.
Fire support! Hurricane Thrust!
Do it.
Tear! Support!
I feel sprightlier than before.
It's over!
Did you see this coming?
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Glacial Speed.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Burn in hell! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
It's go time. Saving you.
Dragon Swarm! Wind!
Chinese Supernova.
Tear!
Do it.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Now you'll learn!
Undoing your dreams!
Shivering wind!
Now! Freeze Lancer! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Now! You're mine!
This one's mine!
Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Look sharp!
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all along, is that it?
Right.
Right.
See one, eh? This one's all mine! My shield!
Sleep now! I'll have to take my revenge on you!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let him run in him!
We're not standing! It's over!
Look sharp!
I have no limits! Here I come!
Now! Frozen
Hammer!
My turn! Now! Take this! You're finished! Rising! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn!
Flying flames! Reload!
Eternal Degradation!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Don't get careless. Everyone... Still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it. Even if Danans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other, and now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive.
Little help!
You're mine!
Let's see what I can do!
My shield!
I'll be saving this one!
Look sharp!
You think that shield will save you?
Right, my lord! Here I go!
I'll be saving this one!
Where's the target?
Split it open!
Be my guest! I'm not done! Hurricane thrust! Take this!
Give it a whirl!
No escape!
Not in your dreams!
Ignite! Hurricane thrust!
Light action!
An astral beam.
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Wind Astrolin! Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
Now! Here I come! Hurricane thrust!
Tiger blade!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shionne. Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool. I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danan for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out,
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state. A realm where Danans are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother, he dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother! And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
It can hide itself? Amazing!
Soaring light spear!
Aim for the weak point!
Rising focus!
This one's mine!
Take this! It's on!
Will this help?
Soaring light spear!
Healing circle!
It's go time!
Win! Take this
Soaring light
down!
spear!
Your arms!
Rising focus!
On guard!
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Wind!
Flaming meteor!
Soaring light spear!
This one's mine!
Take this!
That's it!
Wind!
Tiger blade!
Soaring light spear!
On guard!
Here I come!
One more!
Wind!
Tiger blade!
Soaring light spear!
Take this!
You're mine!
Tiger blade! They're close!
Here I come!
Will this help? Take this!
Thanks!
Tiger blade!
Wind! Soaring light spear!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way. Tiger blade!
Take this!
On guard! One more!
Wind!
Tiger blade!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Denied!
I never miss!
Take this!
On guard!
Severing wind!
That's it!
Rising falcon! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! You're finished!
Tiger blade!
Wind! Rising falcon! Here I come!
On guard!
It's over!
Take this! Tiger blade!
Wind!
Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Lunar blast!
Eternal devastation! No escape!
Astral energy! Lightning condense!
Soaring light spear!
Tiger blade!
Here I come!
Flaming meteor!
Sighted!
Soaring light!
Over!
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Here, let me help! Look sharp! Nothing gets by me! Radiant Tiger blade!
Lightning condense!
You're finished!
Take this! Tiger blade!
Sky is mine!
You're mine!
This one's all mine.
Raging cascade!
Severing wind!
That's it!
That's my cue!
No escape!
Shut him down.
Raging
Look sharp!
Not done!
Here, take this! Tiger blade!
Crush!
Dance in the
Soaring
wind!
light spear!
Flame of fury!
Denied!
Burning strike! This one's mine!
Going in! One more!
You're finished!
Tiger blade!
Thunder field!
I owe you one.
Flaming meteor!
Ignite!
Raging cascade!
Here I come!
Spread!
This one's mine!
Crush!
Flaming meteor!
Wind! Severing wind! Here I come! It's over!
Blade!
Rising!
Thunder blade! It's about to strike!
Look
I'll
sharp,
stop its
everyone!
charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Here, let me help! Photon
sharp.
blast!
We've got him on the run.
Don't get caught!
Right.
Glacial spear!
Still anyone's fight.
Soaring light spear!
Here's a
You may be strong,
But I'll never back down!
mine!
Lightning orb! Dance in the wind! Air tornado!
This one is mine!
Severing wind!
Not on my watch!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Primed and ready! This
Take
one's
this!
mine! Healing
It's over!
corruption!
Eternal devastation! Easter!
This one's mine!
I owe you one!
Take
it! You're finished!
This one's mine! This one's mine!
Eternal devastation!
Tiger Blade! More for the sacrifice! Time to die! Lunar corruption!
This one's all mine!
Who's next?
You're mine! Dragon form! Easter!
By the power of
Dragon form!
Going in! That's it! Tiger Blade! Here, let me
Here I
help!
come!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship! Ridiculous! Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
They can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Tsar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough, and you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go to Mahag Sar, Ganeth Harros, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you alright with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renin. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renin supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
We've reached our destination.
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia, and so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant, and because of that, because of me, my brother.
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right, but in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Eldaman and Sia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldaman and Sia Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she's absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now. Let's dispose of the trash.
This one's mine! Elusive deity!
Ready!
I'll face you! You're finished!
Piercing roar!
Sharpwood flash! Elusive deity! Can you take it? Eternal devastation! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart for your heart. That's a pretty fancy skill there.
All the better to protect you with, my dear.
Then I'll leave the front line to you.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. You're finished! Eternal devastation! Win! Take that!
Annihilation!
It's over!
One more! If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Take this!
One more!
Tiger blade! Right here! I got crushed!
Going in!
Elusive deity! Take this!
A charge like that could
easily be paid. None of you is
Just as well, I'm here to stop
You
it.
picked the wrong fight!
Well, can't think of anyone better than you.
That extra training paid off.
What's this thing?
Coming through! Eternal devastation! I shall ensure you survive this!
This one's mine! Take this!
Deny!
I'll take out the legs with my shield!
No honor to being interrupted! Sharpwood flash!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks,
Tide of battle
Kisara!
has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant. Take this!
Take this!
Crush!
Lunar corruption!
Sharpwood flash!
Piercing roar!
Man, I'm famished.
Well, looky here!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed. With healing up.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara.
You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some...
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. I do believe it's about time that I retire. Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! You're finished! Eternal devastation! Severing wind!
Going in!
Soaring light spear!
Radiant? I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Severing wind! Hurricane thrust!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Shockwave flash! Take this! Shockwave flash! You're finished! Shockwave flash! Eternal devastation!
Do it! Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara!
You did it!
Magnificently done! In an instant! Impact block!
Glacier clear!
Little escape! Soaring light spear!
On your knees.
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Wow! Look what I just found. I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart.
When he slows down, that's our chance! Take this!
It's like trying to keep up with a horse!
It's time. Elusive deity. No further.
Mega
You're finished!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Not done!
You're mine!
You're mine!
You're mine! Begin!
Now
You're
we're finished!
Take this!
Take this! Eternal devastation! It's over! Soaring light spear! Hurricane thrust!
Begin!
Here I come!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
On guard!
Radiant
Here I come!
No further!
Searing Blade! Reload!
On
Eternal
guard!
devastation!
Take it!
Lunar Corruption!
This!
Gemini Aqua!
I'm not done!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course,